Migrant groups urge reform of Australia's broken skills recognition process. Mohammad Zubair Harooni has been trying and failing to get a job in his field since he arrived in Australia nearly 18 months ago. While Harooni has a glittering CV, with more than 20 years of experience in public health in Afghanistan, including work as a UN program specialist in HIV, his biggest obstacle has been his status as a recent migrant.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and click our bell icon for new videos.
His biggest obstacle has been his status as a recent migrant. He is one of the many who have struggled to have their qualifications recognized in Australia, with 1 in 4 migrants working beneath their skill level. I have applied for several positions within the health sector and it has been rejection after rejection, says Harooni, a father of 4. It's been really frustrating because my qualifications have not been considered since my arrival. Not even my master's degree, which was actually completed in Australia, has made a difference. Only 33% of permanent arrivals in Australia have had their post-school qualifications recognized, even as Australia faces a crippling national skills shortage, with approximately 350,000 skilled job vacancies across the country. It can be an arduous task to get.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and click our bell icon for new videos.
350,000 skilled job vacancies across the country. It can be an arduous task to get overseas qualifications recognized in Australia. The Productivity Commission in 2006 described it as complex, time-consuming, and bureaucratic process. And it has forced Harooni to turn to other options, including taking an entry-level role at Transport NSW, a job he says he is happy for but doesn't reflect what he can do. I'm really thankful for my job, but within myself I am not feeling happy that I am not working in my profession, which is what I have dedicated most of my life to, he says. It has affected all parts of my life. I've had no income for the last year. I couldn't rent a house, and the stress was having a negative impact on my health. So I just had to take any role. A new report from a consortium of migrant advocacy and service groups is calling for reform to get more migrants into suitable jobs that will ease labor supply issues as 286 occupations face shortages. The consortium, comprising Settlement Services International, the Australian Council of Social Service, ACOS, Amnesty International, Settlement Council of Australia and Community Corporate, proposes 5 solutions. These include fixing the broken skills and qualifications recognition system, strengthening protections for migrant workers, reviewing the right to work for people on temporary visas, building partnerships between public and private sectors, and reforming English language requirements. Violet Rumliadis, the CEO of Settlement Services International, said the proposed reforms would be a win-win-win for migrants, employers, and the economy. These ideas could have a significant impact on their lives. We have so many cases of doctors or dentists or lawyers who are Uber drivers because they need the money and can't get their qualifications recognized, Rumliadis said. They become de-skilled, they become demoralized and lose motivation. It can be a real struggle for them and their families, particularly when they know they can work in a role they are skilled in and can be paid well. She said the current system for recognizing overseas qualifications was a cumbersome and confusing process, and as a result only a third of permanent arrivals get through it. It's around 34 different authorities that govern around 400 professions. Rumliadis said there are also often cultural barriers to employment and qualification recognition, such as racism. We've got recruiters who tell us there is, unfortunately, a racist element here, she said. There are some who insist they don't want to hire people from particular backgrounds, or people with names they can't pronounce. It's a toxic attitude. Mohan Guneskara, the acting CEO at Western Sydney Migrant Resource Centre, MRC, said the cost of qualification recognition should also be reformed. It can cost thousands of dollars to have some skills assessed, with some occupations requiring multiple tests that can multiply the cost, Guneskara said. And it acts as a disincentive, it leaves people behind. Guneskara, the acting CEO at Western Sydney Migrant Resource Centre, MRC, said the cost of qualification recognition should also be reformed. It can cost thousands of dollars to have some skills assessed, with some occupations requiring multiple tests that can multiply the cost, Guneskara said. And it acts as a disincentive, it leaves people behind. Incentive, it leaves people behind.
Subscribe our YouTube channel and click our bell icon for new videos.